Shop Talk.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Shop Talk. We're here today at Bionic Burger with Steve Majors. Steve?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So tell me a little bit about how Bionic Burger got started.
Well, my aunt and uncle in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, started cooking hamburgers in 1949, making homemade hamburgers with grilled onions and fresh cut French fries and all that kind of stuff. And we used to just crave them, and we'd go up there a couple times a year and couldn't wait to get there and have one. And I just remember how much I loved them as a kid and how good they were. And we used to also go in the summertime, my brother and I, and work occasionally through the summer with him for a couple of weeks. And I remember doing that and kind of learning the business and what all he did. And we thought, wow, how successful he was there. And we thought, as I grew up, I thought, wouldn't that be nice to bring that to Wichita? So when I was about 22, I think, I saw a little building available one day over at Pawnee and Meridian. It was just 10 by 20 building. And I went and picked my wife up that night and I said, hey, you're going to quit your job. We're going to go into the hamburger business. She's like, what? You're crazy. I'm not doing it. Where are we going to get the money? I said, we don't have any money. We're going to borrow some from a credit card. We're going to rent it. We're going to put enough stuff in to get started, and we're going to go to work. So that's exactly what we did. We borrowed just $1,000 from a credit card. We went and leased the building, went immediately in there, got it ready, and went to work. You know, later that month, March the 1st of 1977, we opened our doors. And I remember, you know, the first day we ran $30. It was the next day was $60. The next day was over $100, and it just kept growing from there. By that winter, I remember people standing outside in the snow around the building waiting to get a Bionic Burger, and that's when I knew that we had something, you know, real that was going to last. So
why Bionic Burger?
Well, you know, first we looked for a name. It was Hank's Hamburgers in Tulsa, Oklahoma, was my aunt and uncle's place, and we didn't want. You know, my brother Lloyd and I started, and I didn't want to say Stephen Lloyd's or whatever, so we just thought. Well, we were about that time in the late 70s, the Bionic Man or the $6 Million Man was on TV, and the Bionic Woman. And Lee Majors played this $6 Million Man, which was Steve Austin on the show, and I'm Steve Majors, and I had both names, and I thought, well, that's kind of catchy. I thought, I could use that. So one night I was sitting around the table with my brother and sister-in-law and my wife, and we just said, Bionic Burger, that's what we need to do. And they said, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. So we did it, and that's what we stuck with, and it stuck with everybody, and now they kind of know us. So
I see you have the $6 Million burger.
Yeah, the $6 million burger. That is a huge burger. You know, it's 3/4 pounds of ground beef, grilled onions, mustard, pickles, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, and what? 9 slices of cheese on it. It's just amazing. I mean, it's a huge burger. It's way more than a person should eat, but if you're really hungry, then I suggest you try it. It's really good.
So that's just one of the things on the menu. You have a pretty big menu.
We do. We have a pretty big menu. Most of the people do come here for burgers and fries, and that's what we're known for. Is you get more fries, fresh cut fries, than what you can eat, and that's what people really like. Is just we don't put any preservatives, anything. We get our ground beef in fresh every morning. We grill the onions right into it fresh, and cook it on the grill. And then our fries, we cut them up fresh, put them right into water, right into oil, and take them right out. Nothing added. So that's all good. They're actually pretty good for you. You know, a lot of people think, oh, Bionic Burger, greasy or whatever. But no, it's actually probably the best thing you could buy and eat. And we also sell buffalo burgers, which are very healthy, very good for you. Dietitians suggest those more than fish or chicken. They're actually really good for you.
So, the restaurant business is notoriously a tough business.
Absolutely.
What do you think is the secret, to keeping one going for this many years?
I think for us, and my uncle, of course, did it since '49, and we've done it here since '77. And I think the longevity has been because we've stuck with what we started with. We do fresh, like I said, fresh ground beef every morning. We've never changed that. A lot of people get started with something that they think's really good, and before they know it, oh, it's easier if I just order frozen. Or let's just order some frozen fries. It's a lot easier. We don't have to cut them every morning. We don't have to clean them. We don't have to do all that. Well, we've done the same thing since day one. We've stuck with it, and we've got our niche, and people know when they come to Bionic Burger, they're going to get a fresh product, cooked to order. It takes a little, you're not going to come through the drive-thru in 20 seconds to get your food, but you're going to get good food when you get it. It's going to be, if you eat it right then, it's really good. And so, that's kind of that's why I think we've made it.
So how many locations are there?
You know, right before I retired, we had 2 locations that were for a long, long time, which was 660 North Ridge Road, Central and Ridge, and Pawnee and Meridian, where we started. Well, right before I retired, with Jimmy and my daughter's help, we opened 2 more. We opened one out at 21st and Woodlawn, and we opened the one in Hayesville, which is 250 North Main, right inside Hayesville. Then after that, after I retired, which was last year, last year, they opened this one at Harry and Hillside 1 block east. So they've now got 5 locations that are all doing really well.
So tell me again why, you know, there's a lot of choices out there for fast food and fast food hamburgers. Why should they choose Bionic Burger? Well,
first, it's Wichita owned and operated. The money all stays right here. It's not a corporation that just ships the money off somewhere else. We buy as much as we can, you know, from local. We sell local. The money all stays local. It's just it's a good old-fashioned family restaurant. We try to hire people that are good people that stay with us. We have kids that have been with us since they were 15 years old that are now in their 30s. I mean, they've stayed with us for a long, long time, and we think that's important to have good management and good help that work their way through the ranks right here in Bionic Burger and move their way up. So we think that's very important.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just if you've never tried one, make sure and come in and try one because I'm sure you'll love it. I sure do. I've eaten them for 37 years, and they're just as good now as they were the day I started. So I really, really appreciate everybody coming in and continuing to be customers. They've been a long time. We've got a lot of long-time customers that passed it on down through their family, and now their kids are coming here, and it's just awesome to see that.
All right. Well, Steve, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.
And thank you for joining us for this edition of Shop Talk.